Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for a radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also, tuning in through our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcasts. We're glad to have you all with us as well. Well, many of you guys are out on the road as we're saying goodbye to summer, going into the fall, and many of you are not traveling by yourselves. You're taking your pets with you as well. So, of course, you may be thinking about how to be able to travel safely with your pet, as well as what cars may be the best for pets as well. Well, as always, when it comes to anything dealing with vehicles, I know where to turn. We have Brian Moody back with us. He's the executive editor at Autotrader. Normally, he's telling us about the best vehicles. He's going to do a little bit of that today when he talks about the best cars for dog lovers, but also where you guys can go for more information. Brian, glad to have you back on with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, Brian, this is always great to speak with you. Typically, you are telling us the vehicles that are topping your list. Normally, we don't talk about that in connection with pets, but since August 26th is actually also National Dog Day, it's really appropriate. Can you share some tips, Brian, when it comes to safe car travel when it comes to our pets?
Yeah, a lot of people do take their dogs in their car quite often. A lot of people believe that their dogs like that. Not sure what the dogs have to say about that. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But one thing you can do is to keep them safe is you should always secure your dog inside the car. So that means attaching them to the car in some way, using a kennel or a crate, and that should be attached to the car. Or you can use a seat belt, not the typical car seat belt, but you can get a harness type of system where it belts into the car's seat belt system and keeps them safe. Because remember, if you do get into an accident or stop suddenly, you don't want your dog to go flying forward. You want them to be secured just like a person would be secured.
Oh, great tip there. So, Brian, you typically are the go-to person when it comes to best vehicles, so let's keep that going when it comes to this topic. Which cars kind of top the 2022 best car list for dog lovers?
Yeah, there's several, and for a variety of reasons. For example, we like the Toyota Sienna, which is a minivan. Toyota just has so many good accessories in both the aftermarket and at their dealerships. And the Sienna is a hybrid, so that means it's going to get great gas mileage. All Siennas are hybrids. It also has a low load floor, meaning you step into the car at a low, it's low to the ground. So for dogs, that's good because it makes it easier for them to jump into. Even big dogs shouldn't really be jumping from this big height, like, say, a pickup truck. There's no pickup trucks on our list because we don't believe that's the best type of vehicle for a dog. Riding in the back can be dangerous, but when they jump off the tailgate repeatedly, that can be hard on a dog's joints or shoulders. So we have cars like the Sienna. The Kia Soul is another good one. It's an affordable SUV. We like the Volvo XC60. That's a good one. That comes with this really innovative kennel system, way of crating your dog in the back, and it feels like it's built in. And believe it or not, Volvo actually crash tests the dog aspect of the car, too, to make sure that your dog would be safe in the event of an accident.
Oh, wow, interesting. And you bring up an interesting point, Brian. A lot of times we think about dogs like jumping and that kind of thing. We don't think about what that does to their bodies. So it's great to be able to have that tip in mind. What features should we look out for then, Brian, when it comes to making our car rides safer and more comfortable for our dogs?
One thing you can look for is the availability of, you basically want air conditioning and heating vents in the second or third row of your car, not only up in the front. So that's one thing. You also want those attachment points for either for a kennel or a crate or a seatbelt. You want those to be easily accessible. And what we find is that the kind of cars that work best for this is cars that have a wagon type of configuration. So think of a car without a trunk, a minivan, a station wagon, or an SUV. Those types of vehicles usually work best.
Last thing, Brian, as I mentioned, August 26th is also National Dog Day. How are you guys celebrating?
Well, I have a dog at home, and we're going to celebrate with him. He loves these little rabbit chew toys that you get. It looks like a bunny, and so he'll get one of those. But a way other people can celebrate is to maybe look into adopting a dog. We actually have a website, which is dogtrader.com. It has all these tips we're talking about on there, plus the full list of all 10 cars that we recommend. But you can also put in your zip code and find a dog in your area that you could take home and adopt, and what a better way to celebrate than that.
Love that. Great tips as always, Brian. Again, everyone, Brian Moody, the executive editor at Autotrader, helping you guys know how to be able to travel safely with your pets, namely your dogs, but also the best vehicles for your dogs as well. And that website that Brian mentioned, we'll make sure that we link that up for you guys. It's dogtrader.com. Again, it's dogtrader.com. Brian, really appreciate the time and the great work you guys are doing, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Hey, glad to do it. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.